So the average person gets about 5,000 hours per year to do what you want to do. But unfortunately, for most people, you spend about 40% of that time, almost half of that time. So a little over 2,000 hours, and that's not including the drive time to and from work, right? So the average person spends about 40% of their free time where they're not asleep, right? Their daily time working. So working on a job for almost, because it's 40%, so almost, if you do overtime or do something else, it could potentially be pretty much half of your free time. So to me, that's not living, right? To me, that's not what we were put on this earth to do, not work until we die. Work like, struggle, 40-hour weeks, an hour this way, an hour that way in traffic if you live in a big city, Dallas, Atlanta, Houston. And by the way, I'm very big on if you're going to have a job, please get as close to your job as possible. But the problem is, of course, that jobs don't last long. And but I'm not a big fan of driving. If I got to drive a long way to get to work, I'm just not doing it. So imagine working the rest of your life, because for a lot of you watching this video, you're going to work until you die, right? Now, what does that mean? Now, I hope you're not a person who work yourself to death, die on your job and you're at your desk in your cubicle, nothing like that. But you're probably going to have to work until you die. And so let me explain. The things that were put in place to prevent you from having to work until you die, they exist, but they don't exist, right? It's kind of like Area 51. It's kind of like, that X. All right, I'll stop. They exist, but they don't exist, right? And so it's kind of like that, because let's for instance, let's talk about Social Security. So Social Security was designed, it's a tax, that's all it is. Social Security, we'll be nice and call it a tax. I think it's a Ponzi scheme. Yeah. So we'll just call it a tax, because I don't want to get canceled or whatever y'all do to people now if you don't agree with them, or even, YouTube. So why do I call it that? Because a Ponzi scheme, there's a guy, I don't know what his name is, Bernie Stab, Birkenhall, something like that. That guy, this is probably 10 years ago, he scammed people out of $1 billion. And Bernie Madoff, maybe that. Yeah, I think that's what it is, because the name Madoff, to me, he made off with your money. And it ain't funny, a lot of people lost their money. So, and you never prove anything like that. So this guy got I don't know, the rest of his life, he's an older guy, rest of his life in prison, probably died there. And he ran a Ponzi scheme. So a Ponzi scheme, because people always talking about MLMs and network marketing as Ponzi schemes. So a Ponzi scheme is simply something that does not have a real way of making money. This is my definition. It does not have a real way of making money. And the only way that it can make money is to bring in new faces, right? So, and that's why people call a lot of MLMs, even though I don't know much about MLMs, but I know some people who are in them legit. They're not scammy people or anything like that. Yes, it's hard to make money in them. I should do a video breakdown about it one day. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that. I have a friend who makes $1 million a year in one of the insurance sales companies, and he's a good dude. So if you're at the bottom, yes, it is hard. So you got to work your way up to the top. That's how you get paid. But everybody started at the bottom. So just understand that. Put some work in. And so it's a Ponzi scheme because it's designed to make money from new people. So from you, when you go to work, they'll take your money, pay your money forward to those they've already taken from. So they pay your mom and dad who they've taken from over the past 30 years and who are no longer working. Now they'll pay them. Problem is they're bankrupt. They're running out of money and they're already in the red. So that's To me, Social Security is a Ponzi scheme for that reason. There's no real way to make money. You just borrow from the workers. Well, what happens when the workers dry up? Then you got a problem, right? Another thing that's supposed to help retirement, 401k. I call it 401 chaos, but don't get me started on that. 401, okay, right? So, but 401k, I guess, was initially designed to be an investment tool for you, Wall Street. But they said it was for you, and they knew you wouldn't gamble in Wall Street. And so they created a way for you to put your money into Wall Street. I don't want to get hit by the, sniper. A bankster might have a sniper on the roof. These banks, you don't know. And so I know y'all going to find this funny. So I like to have fun while I teach, right? And so your money goes into Wall Street, makes a lot of people very rich, makes you very poor. They have control of your money. You don't. You worked hard for your money. They didn't. They gamble with your money. You bet your life on it. Whether it makes money or not doesn't matter to them. That's not how they get paid. That's how you get paid. Market crash, you can't sleep. The market crash, they don't lose sleep. They get paid off fees. Now you know. So, but if these things are not in place, what are you going to do? Oh, I got a plan B. I got news for you. There is no plan B. I was talking to someone the other day. We're looking at furniture for the new house. Young lady, I think she said her name was maybe Emma, 21 years old. She said she still lives at home. Very sweet, very nice. Still lives at home. She said they were cutting hours. They tried to cut her hours. We were looking for furniture. We came out of the back looking at some tables and whatnot, came to the front. She's sitting down gossiping with a friend. I was like, no wonder they're trying to cut your hours. And you're not selling anything. She was very nice, very sweet. And we were talking about, how young people, how are they going to even survive? You can't get out there and pay 3 times the rent. The rent is $3,000. What are these folks going to do? The gas is almost $3. Come on, Trump. You said drill, baby, drill. These gas prices are just as high as they've always been. So I know you can't just control the market, but are we drilling? I don't know. Drill, baby, drill. Got to get these prices down. Gas can't be $3 per gallon. Ridiculous. The average person's not going to make it. I hate the way the economy is now, the way it's set up, the way it's structured, because everything costs more. There's not much of anything that does not cost more than it did 5 years ago. The problem is the wages, the salary, your paycheck has not caught up with inflation. If you make the same, that means you make less because of inflation. The prices of everything goes up, your paycheck stays the same, means it can do less. Stop looking at the number on your paycheck, look at the quality of your paycheck. The quality is it cannot do what it once did. And that's pretty sad, and I hate seeing that, and I hate hearing those stories, but I know it's happening. So there is no plan B. You know why? There's only one plan. There's only one thing that you can do to improve your life and ensure, or do the best you can to ensure, that you're going to live a great life, have a retirement if you want that. But retirement's not my goal. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to retire or not. I want to do what I want to do. As long as I love what I'm doing, I want to do it as long as I can. I'm not looking to sit around and sip lemonade and sweet tea. I'm not looking to do any of that. I love doing certain things. I love building businesses. I love teaching people. I'll do it until I cannot do it anymore. I have no goal to retirement. I know we've been trained, but I'm telling you, that doesn't have to be a goal. The goal should be, number one, your health. Live as long as you can so you can enjoy life and enjoy the people you love as long as you can. Then make money. Make as much money as you can while you live as long as you can so you can enjoy life the way you want to have it, right? And get to spend time with the people you love the most. That's how I look at it. Be healthy so you can be here, right? And then make some money while you're here so you can share it with those you love. That's the goal, right? You could be sitting there now with $100,000 in the bank and scared to death. Scared to death because you know it's not much money. It's sad where we are today. And so the plan A is the only plan that you need. And that plan is one thing: make more money. Find a way, somehow, some way, You have got to discover a new way to make more money. Now, how are you going to go about doing that? I don't know. There are plenty of ways. You can get on YouTube. You can Google research. You can watch videos. You can watch this channel. I got some ideas. But you've got to find a way to make more money, because what I always tell you is this. Number one, your job is not safe and secure, and it probably won't be there tomorrow, hypothetically. Man, that's a big plane. Making a lot of noise. I hope you guys can still hear me. Number two, that plane threw me off. Number one, no job is safe and secure. Number two, never rely on one source of income, ever. And number three, never stack money in the bank just to stack money in the bank. If you're going to save money in the bank, have the intention of using the money to do what? Make more money. I told you, plan A is the only plan. There is no plan B. You must learn to make money when you're not on the job, when you're not on the clock, when your boss is not micromanaging you. You must have a way to make more money consistently without needing or having to go to work. If you fail to go to work today, they're not going to pay you. So what do you do now? You hurt yourself. God forbid you get in an accident or you get sick and you can't go to work for a week, 2 weeks. What are you going to do? You're already paycheck to paycheck. Now you're in a worst case scenario, because now you're paycheck to no paycheck, and then hopefully a paycheck again somewhere down the road. That's why I keep telling you guys, you want insurance? You're the insurance. You're the one who's going to insure and protect you. No one cares about you the way you care about you. I don't care about you the way you care about you. Don't look at me that way. You don't care about me the way I care about me. And so again, and that's fair. But again, my advice is to make more money. Now, the first question is going to pop in your head is, how do I do that? How do I make more money? Well, there are a few things you can do. Number one, you're in the right place when you ask that question. Your brain is very amazing, very creative. It's going to start giving you ideas. Just give it some instructions. It's going to protect you. It's going to play it safe. It's going to scare you. But you got to take a little risk, right? Because people say, I don't like risk. You're risking right now by thinking that job is going to be there tomorrow and not having another source of income. That's a risk. But see, you've been so programmed, you don't even think about that as a risk. But I'm telling you it is. So take a little bit of risk. Try something different. See if you can make a wave, make some headway, get some money flowing in. You could, for instance, you can invest in a vending machine. Hey, I don't have enough. Find a friend, pair with somebody, get a buddy, invest in a vending machine. My advice, get a location first. Then you could, let's see, if you got a little more money, you could probably partner with somebody on real estate deals. You could get a delivery truck. You could start your own moving business, start your own home cleaning service, window tinting, vehicle detailing, carpet cleaning, lawn care, dog walking, babysitting, whatever you got to do. Find a way to make money when you're not at work, right? Another thing, something I offer, and by the way, I'll give you this invite really quickly. It's up to you if that's something you want to do. But I discovered in 2020 that a paycheck, after I lost my paycheck, that it cannot be my only source of income. It's too dangerous. And so after I lost my paycheck, we were paycheck to paycheck because we only had one income coming in, right? And so we were paycheck to paycheck struggling, and I discovered something without even looking for it, thank God. Ended up starting a middleman business, so I call this channel Middleman, because I started booking customers here in Dallas for moving companies. I would take $150 deposit, and the moving company would actually go do the work, not me. And so I just started a business around it. Now I do a couple of things, and we're just launching another business, but that was in 2020. So a middleman business is something you could do. So just think about it. If you know someone who does a service work, home cleaning, carpet cleaning, vehicle detailing, window cleaning, TV mounting, moving, garage repair, hauling, delivery, all that stuff. Those are all service businesses. So if you know someone who does that, lawn care, whatever, then now you have someone you can partner with and say, hey, let me partner with you. I'll find customers for you. You go do the work. I'll just take a deposit commission from the customer. I'll keep that and you keep the rest. That's all I do. So when I take $150 deposit from moving customers, the moving company keeps all the rest of the money. It's not my money. I only take the deposit. So if I take $150 only 2 times a day, I made $300 without leaving the house, $9,000 for the month. Never left the house, never moved anybody. So I do it in the moving industry. I do it in the home cleaning industry. And now I'm looking at my third industry. So, but you can do that. So an example of a middleman business would be Fiverr. They don't do any of the work that's on the site. They just connect you to someone who does the work. Tinder. Tinder's a middleman company. Let's see. Craigslist is a middleman company. They don't do any of the work that's on there. They just connect you to someone. Uber, Airbnb. Uber doesn't drive you around. They simply find someone who has a car, who's willing to drive you around or pick up your food. They match you two together and they get paid when they do. They don't actually drive you around. Uber doesn't drive you around. Carl in his car, his mama's car, drives you around, not Uber. So, but these are examples of middleman companies. And I'm telling you, you can build a middleman company from your phone, from your home, without leaving your house. You could choose an industry and say, hey, I want to get into the home cleaning industry. Bam. Now you're going to book, deposit, and dispatch. You're going to find customers, take a deposit, dispatch to work. And it gets even better. Then you're going to hire a VA, and the VA is going to take over the booking, deposit, dispatch for you, and you don't even talk to customers at all. You could hire a VA day one. You could hire a VA in 6 months. It doesn't matter. I have a VA. That's why I'm on these trainings all the time and on these videos all the time, because we're making money. If I could, some of you are nuts, but I can show you my Stripe from yesterday, where I can make money without having to be on the calls or talk to customers or any of that. The VA does all of it. You get an alert every time you get a deposit, and it's done. So you could choose any industry, any city, because you don't have to be there. You could be living in Timbuktu and start a business in Miami, because you don't have to be there. I teach you how to do it. It's an online business on your phone. So anyway, if that's something you want to do, I'm doing a free live training, 7 p.m. Texas time. You got to have an invite to get there. It's a private training, only taking a few people. That's why it's private, and because I'm giving away something pretty awesome at the end. So make sure you're there, and if you want to be in that, go ahead and click the link in the video description below, or put the word middleman in the comments below. Do it quickly. The train is going to start without you. If you're not there, we're limiting the amount of people because I've had too many. And so I don't want to do that again. We're going to limit the amount of people. We're going to teach you how to use your phone to get paid. And hopefully your life will never be the same. It's a free live training. It's going down at 7 p.m. Texas time. So make sure you pay attention to that. That's Central Standard Time. So make sure you're there. It's going to be awesome. We're going to have a blast. If you want to be there, you know what to do. Put middleman in the comments below, or click the link in the video description below. Cannot get in without the Zoom link. But again, even if you don't do that, because it's not for everybody, find a way to make money when you're not at work. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about job security. Do you believe it's going to be there? Do you believe it's something that's not going to be there? I'm curious. What do you guys think? See you in the next video. Peace.